Franco from Lakeshore, and we're going to look at the F71 Teslameter as well as a multi-axis magnetic probe. So these are great for testing the magnetic field strength of various locations. This is a multi-axis probe. If I can get my camera to focus, you can see that's the y-axis, there's the x-axis, the z is along the axis of the center axis of this particular probe type, and you can see we're calculating the total field strength as well as the x, y, and z. Here we've got a zero Gauss chamber, which effectively shields the probe from any magnetic fields, and you can see that our field drops to almost zero when we enter into that zero Gauss chamber. And now let's go into a permanent magnet that we have here. And I'm going to measure that total field and look at the x, y, and z. I'm going to rotate the probe in that field, and you'll see that the x, y, and z values are going to change accordingly. This is a great tool for testing magnetic field strength. An even better tool to go along with this is MeasureLINK. So this is our software package for controls a lot of our systems, but for specific use with the F71, I'd like to take a look at the chart recorder. So let's set that up. First thing we're going to do is set up the configuration. So we're going to go to the System Configuration tab. I already have this open, so we're going to just show you from the base. I'm going to remove that. We're going to add the F71 through the lookup table here. We've got a bunch of different products we can choose from. We go to the Communication tab. We do have a simulation for many products, but we're going to have, this is a USB connection, so we'll go serial native. We'll do a search on the COM ports. Here we've got the F71 attached to COM port 6. We'll test that connection just to make sure everything's A-OK, do an IDN query, and everything looks good. So now that we have established communications with the instrument, we're going to apply that configuration, and then we are going to activate it by popping over to this execution window, get everything. Now we're going to read back directly. So we're live connected live to the instrument, and we are reading directly from the instrument itself. So now we'll go to chart recorder, and this allows us to plot the magnetic field strength or whatever instrument we're measuring, whatever parameters we're measuring, and plot them with respect to time in a sample configuration. So this is going to be magnetic field strength versus time. And you'll see, so we can give the chart title, any title we want. We can also set the update interval. I think it's 300 milliseconds total, but we're going to collect data on half-second intervals, so 500 milliseconds. And we'll change this axis to magnetic field strength. And this could be Tesla, this could be Gauss. Really, these are all user-defined, so you can make them whatever you'd like. Now the channel name, that's going to be the instrument that we have connected or where we're pulling the data from. In this case, we could pull X, Y, or Z, but we're going to pull the full field magnitude, and we'll just call that field strength. And now when we're all ready to go, as soon as we're set to start collecting data, we can press our start button, and now every half a second we're going to collect data points. So I'm just taking that magnetic field probe, and I'm going close to that permanent magnet that I had shown in the first few minutes of this presentation, and then I will go back over, remove it from there. Yep, here we go. And then into the zero Gauss chamber, back over into the probe or into that permanent magnet. So again, you could sweep over the top of your magnetic setup. Maybe you could have a fixture with specific set points. The really helpful part about chart recorder is you don't have to be there doing any kind of data collection. You can physically manipulate where the probe is located as you are troubleshooting, or perhaps looking at your design to try to find exactly where the sweet spot is as far as the magnetic field strength. Once you're done collecting data, you can manipulate the data as well. It doesn't have to be at the end. And you can export that data to a CSV. You can also export the chart as a bitmap image. So lots and lots of tools available for you for that fast data collection. If you have any additional questions, please contact Lakeshore, and have a great day.